Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the Piñata Go Boom demo. It's an incremental game about blowing up piñatas from what I can tell. That's it. I don't know, I'm a sucker for incremental games, and the idea of actually having some like gameplay where you're running from room to room, beating up piñatas probably as fast as possible. Yeah, that sounds fun. Welcome to the very first day of your fulfilling career at B Corp. I'm the supervisor. Your job is to break piñatas. Piñatas will drop toys that we will buy from you for a small commission. What we do with these toys is outside the scope of your responsibilities. With what you'll earn, you'll be able to develop your skills to become a better piñata popper. Here's your bat. Welcome to the family. Get to work. Just lingers for a moment. So yeah, I have a limited amount of time, too. It means I'm probably not going to break this one. No, day is finished. Ouch. Well, we got a whistle, red car. Let's go to the hub, see what I can buy. Almost nothing, probably. A little bit of swing damage? No, not even. Alright, sure. Anyway, I might as well mention that this game is available on Steam as part of the Next Fest, so if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. Come on, buddy. Got some. Not much. Did clear a room, though. Alright, a little bit more damage is going to go pretty far. Let's see. It is interesting how just absolutely turgid we are as an individual. Oh no, I have to like walk really far away to grab those. Got him. Okay. I'm just probably gonna start some new days, go from there. I wonder if this is actually easier with a controller. Oh, yeah, it probably is. Okay, I got 15. Yeah, let's go to the hub. Actually, probably can go back into the settings. I was noticing earlier, maybe? This is interesting. I can't see my cursor. You guys can. But I wonder if I have my controller unplugged, if I can see my cursor again. Nope. Well, that's extremely weird. Oh well. I mean, I guess I can just use my secondary monitor to see. I can use the capture to see where my cursor is. That's weird. Okay, increase daytime by a bit. Increase movement speed by a bit. Let's see. Every 6 swings deal double damage, or we just go for more swing damage. I think I'm going to go for the new swing damage. Go from there. I don't think... I don't think that's gonna work. We'll just play keyboard and mouse. It's totally fine. There might be like a little bit of a black bar on the bottom or side, but there's nothing I can do about that. I've noticed this has happened with a number of games. I wonder if it's like a Godot thing or a Unity thing that's kind of changed recently. At least we can take a look at the new room, even if we can't do much to it. A little bit more time might not be a bad idea. Let's go back to the hub. I think I'm gonna go just for a little bit of movement speed, so I can beat things just a little bit faster. I didn't think I would feel that 7%, but it is noticeable. Barely. Okay, I'm probably just gonna start new day over a couple of times. There we go. The idea of being a business penguin amuses me. Okay, that gives us enough that I can probably buy a thing. By now you've broken several piñatas, witnessed several toys. As you delve deeper into the craft, you'll witness many more. As a small incentive, I'll offer you a piñatapedia. Study the characteristics of the toys and piñatas. Get to know their look, their smell, their touch. Make us proud. Just the fact that he lingers. Yeah, do I go for a little bit more time? I'm gonna keep going for the speed right now, then we go for the time. Because yeah, my big issue mostly boils down to, even with the extra time, I mean, no, the extra time would make a difference. Okay, let's go back to the hub. That's just enough to buy a little bit more time. So what else do we have? Number of toys dropped by Piñatas. I mean, that's very good. So we now know that the Piñatas have 40 HP. Okay. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to try and get my... Oh, that's good. It wouldn't be a bad idea to try and get my damage up that high. Let's break a heart. Okay, hearts are worth a little bit more. Got them both, I think. So a little bit more time actually probably would make the most amount of sense here. Oh, actually that's a decent amount of time. There we go. I wonder if I can control my pickup radius. Probably. Ugh. Rough when the stuff just goes flying off into like a completely different zone. Okay, or, you know, just far enough for me that I have to go back and grab it. And yeah, hand-holding actually would be pretty good here. There we go. Not enough. Okay, we got 35, so let's go back to the hub. I'm gonna just do full Piñatas. It seems like it's a one-off upgrade anyway. Chance to find gold in Piñatas equal to the number of the current room times 3. I mean, that's kind of good. Let's see. Time of day, swing strength, movement speed. I do like hand holding. That's probably going to save us a decent amount of time. So 50 coins is going to be a little tricky, but should be fine. I mean, now that we get an extra piece of treasure from each. Ooh. Yeah, hopefully there's upgrades that increase my pickup radius. I mean, that's 23 right there, so getting up to that 50, actually doable. Just depends on how lucky we are. Somewhat luck. Yeah, kind of rough to lose the car like that, but maybe I can grab it? Nah. 21. Oh, just shy. Having them grouped together is going to make life a lot easier. Ugh. If I'm standing next to the thing, it would be nice if I at least hoovered those up, but it's okay. Snag them all. Don't think I'm gonna get... Yeah, didn't get the loot. Didn't need it that bad. Okay, hub, hand holding. So, extra pickup area. Oh, wait. Oh, I had more money than I thought I did. Let's go for a little bit more movement speed. But yeah, 80 for vacuum is going to be extremely good. Because I'm losing an amount of time purely to retrieval. And if I can not lose that much time, it'll probably make my life easier. I'm probably just gonna new day it until we get exactly 80. The other thing I should probably start investing back into is damage. If I can start breaking these star piñatas in one hit, or the hearts in 2, that will actually save me amount of time. My attack speed is not very good. But that's okay. It is so weird how compelling incremental games are. Like, any other game genre, this would come off as dull. But something about this immediately just makes me think of, like, okay, all the different strategies and ways I can, like, eke out just a little bit more money, or, like, the upgrade paths and whatnot. It's very much like a time/efficiency management sim, more than anything else. Masquerading as or masquerading as kind of an arcade-ish game, and I always find that like the juxtaposition between the two types interesting. I don't know. Okay, let's go for the pickup radius. So we have increased movement speed by 7%, and Pinata will drop at least 2 toys. We also have Graveyard, but we got to get to the next prestige. So now that I've got the pickup radius, I think really we just want speed and damage for a while. You know, that pickup radius, not as good as I was hoping it would be. I guess it's because her pickup radius was abysmal to begin with. Let's see, a little bit more time, a little bit more damage. 6 swings deal double damage. I'm just gonna go for the damage and some time management, I think. Because I want to be able to 2-shot the hearts. That's gonna save me a lot of time. One-shotting the stars would also be real nice. I'm just gonna skip it. Alright, so we get some, well, meatballs and angry limes. Well, they're worth a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep investing in damage. Because I think I need to be at 40 to be able to destroy the stars. But at least now it only takes 2 hits to kill the hearts. Which means, yeah, they're at 60 HP. Got it. Seems like the happy faces are kind of in the same general sphere. Go for a little bit of movement speed and a little bit more time? Sure. At this point, 2-shotting everything is kind of good enough. There we go. So these also have 60 HP. Loss of time, it's fine. Okay, back to the hub. What can I buy? 80 for the next one. I'm just gonna give myself a bunch of time since that's one of the only things that doesn't seem to scale really aggressively. And normally with these, I usually don't go for the extra time as like a primary focus, but 1, it's cheap. 2, yeah, it's cheap and doesn't scale that hard. Okay, so the greens are definitely more time consuming. That's okay. Are we at 80? Yes. Oh. Shoot, my swing damage is a little bit shy of where I need it to be. Employee file. Oh. We have different skins. We have Apollo. Available in the full game, player stats. Huh. That's fun. Okay, so we're making some progress, but it also seems like we're getting to the point of maybe needing to just skip treasure and rush for the ending. Because, yeah, it seems like there's kind of a weird ghost door there. I don't have enough time. What is this? Day finished. Well, I made it to a weird gravestone. Let's see, do we grab heavy hitter just to see what we have? So reduces the speed between swings. Damage dealt in the last 5 seconds of the day. Oh, that's kind of good. I'm probably going to go for Tweaky. So there's the next bit of damage. But yeah, can't afford it. Still reducing the... increasing my attack speed is good. There we go. Because, yeah, if I swing faster, I spend less time just staring at these things, waiting for them to break. There we go. Unfortunately, yeah, that lack of pickup radius is still kind of killer here. Feels like there were more piñatas in that, too. So what do I need for the next one? Oh, no, that's outside of my reach. What else do we have? A little bit of crit chance. Just gonna go for some more time. Yeah, do we want to see about prestiging? Maybe. Because whatever that gravestone is clearly something. And yes, I'm aware that I'm missing stuff at this point. I'm just actually trying to see what getting some of these gets me. I don't know. Time. Ugh. Yeah, so we need a couple more upgrades. Okay, 2% crit chance, eh. I'm gonna go for that. Every time you exit a room, you gain 10 gold. Yo! Further we go, the better that's going to be. That's a boon. Want to make sure every single one of my hits is able to hit, ideally more than one. Nah, I don't think we're going to get it here. Felt like there was a lot more piñatas on this one than the last round. Okay, so a little bit more movement speed isn't terrible. Okay. Yeah, we might as well go for that, at least for now. So, that's a bunch of... I mean, that's just a bunch of passive money. Yeah, it's 20 gold every time I go through a door. That's pretty swanky. Means to some degree... Yeah, especially not picking up all that stuff is good. Ooh. Oh, that was the crit. Go through, go through. Yes, get the money. Okay, so what can we afford? I mean, 30 every time I go through a door? Yeah. Kind of no matter what. That's extremely good. There we go. Pick them all. I don't know. That one last one's kind of off the map. But that's okay. Alright. This is promising. Extremely promising. Alright, there we go. We get the red currency. So we haven't prestiged yet, but we get whatever the red currency is, which means I can now afford a little bit of swing damage. And I'll pick up the crit chance, see what else we got. Every 6 piñatas broken, piñatas release 2 piercing spirits that deal damage. Bigger swing size. Some of those are kind of good. For me, it's the plus 10 damage means I now one-shot stars. And like, I'm close-ish to one-shotting a heart. Couple more upgrades puts us right there. This is a little rough. That's okay. I think we might be able to beat the gravestone to death. Come on, come on. Give me the money. Yes! Okay, do I want to go for the movement speed? Honestly, actually, the vacuum area is kind of tempting. What is this, though? And 3 more seconds in the day. Also would be good. Let's go for those two. Because, yeah, a bit more vacuum area hopefully means I don't have to worry about losing as much stuff. Yeah, like, there's going to be a little bit that gets left behind, but not much. Okay, there we go. Plenty of time to hit that grave. Yeah, the costs are going up. But we're making it work. Okay, so I could go for some more time between swings. It's not bad. A little bit more movement speed. Pinata's hit. Another random pinata in the room takes even more damage. I think I'm going to go for time management for now. And then Tweaky. I feel like it's a pretty good talent tree, too. Yeah, I want to save for the damage. I think it's expensive. Okay, so the 2% crit chance is actually pretty good. There we go. Because yeah, we've made it here with record time. Okay, that's raindrops. Means more stuff. Get some bones off of it. Okay, so what do we want to do? Do you want to get even more movement speed? Sure. Every room cleared increases movement speed by 1% within a day. And a little bit more crit chance. Because yeah, I'd like to be able to cruise through things quicker. I think the big one is, yeah, shaving up for that bonus damage. Well, that's fortuitous. Okay. So far, so good. I'm not going to go through the door, I'm just going to break it. I don't know if actually breaking it would have been better. I'll get golden teeth. You might have noticed the presence of gravestones in the rooms. Without accepting any liability, rest assured that the employees' families were generously compensated by P Corp. A most tragic event, but not without its favorable repercussions. Feel free to smash gravestones and collect their rewards. Perhaps your fallen colleagues' earthly remains can still prove useful to your piñata smashing skills. We're counting on you to make the most of it. Don't let the death of your predecessors be in vain. Cripes. Alright. Extra 10% damage in the last couple seconds of the day? Maybe. What else do we have? Every 6 different toys found during a day gain an extra. Now it's broken. I mean, how much for this one? 704. So actually, that's not too bad. Yeah, we can go back to saving up for things. Because, yeah, boosting my damage by... Admittedly, it's going to have to be 15. But yeah, being able to one-shot hearts will save me a ton of time here. We're getting it with crits, but... Well, that worked out. Yeah, so the 6 different types of toys is going to be a little tricky to pull off. Come on. Go through the room, get the bonus. Ooh, spades. Okay, bit more strength. Next one is 1500. I'll take some extra time. $1,500 isn't outrageous. Because I think I'm going to go for that. Because I think our biggest time savings up until this point have largely been... Let's see. Our biggest time savings at this point have largely just been being able to one-shot things. And maybe a little bit of the movement speed. Didn't get it, but we got a decent amount of stuff. I just don't see that really being, like, pushing the dial too much here. Yeah, the extra swing size might end up being quite good. Because there's definitely a couple of circumstances where it would have been nice to be able to take a swing at a lot of things at once. I don't know how big it gets, though. Like, I'd have to get a lot of upgrades to really make it feel like it's worth it. Rough final layout. Not so rough. Didn't get it all. Fine. Okay, that's still not enough. I could buy other things. I could get some movement speed. I could get the further vacuum area. You could go for the bigger bat size, but I'm still thinking hold out, get that bonus damage. Because, yeah, being able to one-shot everything up to the gravestone, potentially, I actually don't know how much HP the smiley faces have. There we go. Yeah, it seems like most of these we take out in 2 hits regardless. Oof. Didn't get it. Kinda ill-timed, but that's okay. Strength 2. Next is 2,000. Once again, like, actually within the realm of possibility for saving up for that value. Okay, well, that was a crit. Kind of hard to tell. Okay, so the answer is the smileys have the same amount of HP. Okay, so they all do. Perfect. Didn't save me much time, though. Oh, Grave went down in 2 hits. Yeah, these still take 2. Yeah, here's where the bonus 10% in the last minute or 2 actually come in handy. Let's go for the vacuum radius, though. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but it's good for my sanity here. And also probably the sanity of the gazillion people being like, no, you missed a coconut. Sorry, a meatball. The amount of people that would yell at me for wall gold in Undermine has stuck with me for actual years. Ooh, rainbows. You're showing great promise. Day by day, you reach closer to room 10. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed by management. Once you reach room 10, we'll have a follow-up meeting to discuss your future in the company. Don't let us down. The piñatas won't smash themselves. The decision to have him just lurk there is so good. Okay. So what do we want to go for? The crit chance is minor at best. The extra time in the day. Oh, but I need more red. Oh, every picked up toy has a 1% chance of refilling the day timer by half a second. That's actually kind of good. Let's see, Siamese souls are not that great. That's expensive, but doable. Wait. Huh. Yeah, do we actually... We should probably save up for Toy Collector. We're starting to need red. Yeah, I'll have to figure this out. There we go. Yeah, that extra pickup radius seems to have kind of done the trick. Okay. We're at least 4 seconds ahead of schedule. Perfect. So far, so great. Aww. It's when the layouts really don't jive. Okay, we got something new, I think. Or no, just more Gloria. Just new day. The things I'm saving up for are expensive. Yeah, I'm not going to waste the second to go grab those. Which I recognize is, like, maybe infuriating for some people, but... the money is not worth the time loss. At least not at the moment. That's a very good room generation. Come on, give me, yeah. Decent amount of cash. What can I afford? I could go for the next level strength. I could go for some more movement speed. I could give myself another 3 seconds in the day. I think I'll do that now. Because Toy Collector is probably going to take another day or two. But I figure 3 extra seconds gives me an amount of leeway. Oof. Okay, so far so good. And oddly enough, I had a dream I was on a game show last night, and some amount of it was running from room to room trying to break targets. I don't know how the timing on this exactly... timing? I don't know why it's weirdly prophetic. I think it's just because so many of my games involve running from... like, so many of the games that I feature involve running from room to room, smashing things. So it's like, it's kind of just baked in to begin with. Okay, Toy Collector. Doesn't have anything else. At least, hopefully that's going to give me an extra 1 to 2 red per day. That's a good spawn. Oh, was not expecting one of the raindrops there. Bad room gen, but it's fine. There we go. Got it. No, not enough. Yeah, it seems to be kind of about average, but we did get more red, which is very much what we need. Because I think at this point I'm being held back a little bit by my movement speed, and we should get that up. Because yeah, if I can just cruise through. There we go. It'd be interesting to try and go for like more crit or something, but I don't know if it's going to make too much of a difference. It's rooms like these that are kind of the killer. Where everything is super spaced out. Let's see, go for Big Bat. Doesn't seem like it has any other upgrades. And yeah, it seems like a lot of these have to be unlocked at a later prestige. Which is a little rough, because I'm going about as fast as I can go. There we go. I'm actually being held back a little bit by the doors here. I'm often right next to them. It takes a little bit for them to pop open. Snag it all. I always get up to the 8th room and that's it. So, I mean, I guess we could look into some of these other things. I think I'm still gonna go for movement speed, but like empathy and Siamese souls maybe is the play. Let's see. Ooh. Choose every pinata drops at least 2 toys. I mean, that might be good. Good for money farming, not for speed. But money farming is speed in a way. Very roundabout way. That was good positioning. You were making marginal time boosts. There we kind of go. Yeah. Yeah, finishing that room is tricky. We just don't have enough time to get there. Let's see, a little bit more on the crit chance. Sure. I think this is the one problem I do run into a little bit with some incremental games. I think it's why I want more that have like actual individual builds that you can invest into rather than just linear things. Because right now you can just unlock every single perk in the game. Whereas like, I really like things like the Norpath log and a couple other more build-centric incrementals where your build really does determine like how effective you are at the game. And obviously, to some degree, that's the case here. I could have maybe invested in some other things and it actually would speed me up a little bit. Finish the room. Hey, do we want to save up for that? Probably. I'll get Twilight Power for now, even if I don't think the extra damage is really worth it. But yeah, since all of the upgrades, or the upgrade system here is so linear for the most part, you know, just buy whatever you can afford and you'll end up with every single upgrade. Let's see. Because of that linearity, there's no exact feeling of ownership over this. But kind of within that, there's also no feeling of like, I can optimize this to be faster than I already am. You know, it's mostly just micro adjustments and RNG that determines whether or not I clear this room at the moment. Yeah, I need 8. Keep spending it. It's fine. And so yeah, if we get really lucky, we just end up with a path that is just lined up for me and I hit everything. Currently, not so much the case. There we go. And yeah, it's probably a good idea for me to go for... Oof. It's probably a good idea for me to go for the sympathetic damage. Because especially here where I'm kind of just taking pot shots at things... Even then, it's only like 20 damage. Yeah, do I just go for the damage here? Do I go for Siamese Souls? I'm going to go for Siamese Souls, because I think it's going to take 2, maybe 3 more. I just don't know if it actually makes a difference here. Because, yeah, it's only piñatas of the same type. Which hasn't really made a huge difference here. I guess if I were to upgrade it more somehow. It's that shot. Because, yeah, the other one is... Like, dropping 2 toys isn't terrible. And who knows, there might be more upgrades past that. Momentum is the other temptation. Because, yeah, what else do we have? Oh. I think that's our answer, actually. Go for overtime. Save the 3,000. Because all the other ones are, like, minor bonuses. But if I'm picking up, like... a decent amount of loot here. And then we potentially increase it so that piñatas are more likely to drop or drop a little bit more candy. That would probably make life easier. And yeah, that extra time would go far. Okay, we got it. Go through. Didn't get it all, but we made it to room 9, which actually is kind of huge. Okay, let's snag overtime. There's also actually 2 more time managements that I could invest into. They just cost a fair bit of red. I'm not getting that much of. There we go. I'm feeling speedy. Also, the sympathetic damage is better than I was giving it credit for. Because it softens some of these things up. And if you run into a room with, like, all of one type... it makes it a lot easier. It made it a little further there. Let's just give ourselves 3 more seconds. Yeah, probably just max those out. Okay. Didn't get it. I'm trying to be too cheeky with my positioning. I think I'm squandering my time. There we go. Yeah, it's not perfect. Okay, so we know the hearts, the lips, have 80 HP. which is kind of nice, actually. Okay, where do we want to invest things? Momentum would be nice. Speed would be nice, but it's expensive. I could save up for the next level of strength. Or, no, let's save up for the other sympathetic damage, because I think it's damage with every hit. Because that is kind of a de facto plus 20 damage with every swing. Or more, actually. It just doesn't necessarily hit the intended target. There we go. Okay. Well, we cleared 9. The other one is I could also get the next level of time management. That's only 3,000. Yeah, let's go for the sympathetic damage. What if I could actually reset the run immediately? Yeah, it still feels like I'm hamstrung a little bit by my pickup radius. This is a lot of stuff that gets hucked off into the wild blue yonder. Okay, beat it. Come on. No. Yes, let's snag this one. Whenever a piñata is hit, a random piñata in the room takes an additional 20 damage. That might mean if I'm hitting, like, groups, for example, it'll take even more damage. Because it's whenever a piñata is hit, not whenever you hit something. Or whenever you attack. It feels faster. It doesn't count as bonus damage against a single target, though, which is a downer. But it's good for softening up many of these things that only have 80 HP. Routing there could have been better. Yes. Okay. So the final room is just skulls, which actually is kind of nice. Anything I can buy? The answer is no. Alright. So far, so good. It feels like we're doing better. There we go. Come on. I mistimed it. Room 9. I should have scooted over there. Okay, so what can I afford? Probably go for the strength. Max that out. Let's max that out and let's start saving up probably for momentum. Every 6 piñatas broken, piñatas release 2 piercing spikes. Some of these are weird, man. Weird in a way that I'm not, like, super excited about them. Like, they feel like they could be good in denser rooms. And maybe that's the issue. Well, that bonus damage with the crit worked out extremely well. I was not expecting the bonus strength to have nearly as beneficial of an effect. But hey, here we are. Got it. Prestige 1 cleared. Day finished. All rooms cleared. Money. Alright, thanks for playing the demo. In the full game, you'll be able to explore more facilities and many more upgrades. Unleash your inner Piñata Popper. Okay, so we didn't actually get anything, because that's Prestige 2, Prestige 4. Well, it's a little bit of a shame, and it doesn't look like it can do any higher prestige. Alright, well, we'll leave it there. Either way, neat little game. I think, once again, the only potential gripe I would bring up here is mostly the fact that I wish I could invest further into some of these talents. You know, right now I have this kind of sympathetic damage upgrade where if I hit one thing, something else in the room takes damage as well. I actually really like that. I think that's an interesting upgrade to play around with, and I wish I could do more with it. But unless the talent tree specifically like keeps going in that direction, I won't be able to. And then also, even within that, it kind of feels generic, like you're going to be investing in all of these things no matter what. And I find that's one of my like kind of long-lasting gripes somewhat about incremental games in general, where they have all these cool upgrades that you could invest into. Or, well, you do invest into, but it's always kind of very surface level, and it's always kind of spread out a little bit. It's why I'm very big on the idea of builds. You know, imagine if you only had like a limited amount of points that you could invest in different directions, but the diminishing returns, the exponential scaling costs were lower, and so it was more about like, okay, what do you get your build up to maximize your current potential? Do you want to have a big bat, or do you want to have something where all of your, you know, do you want to have an absolutely massive bat, or do you want to have one where you hit an enemy and all other enemies take damage? You know, stuff like that actually really does make a pretty massive difference in terms of, like, incremental games feeling interesting. And I appreciate this one, especially because it actually has legitimate gameplay. You know, a lot of incremental games are literally just watching paint dry. And sometimes it's kind of fun within that, especially if you're getting, like, oodles of, like, cool abilities to play around with. But, oodles of abilities to play around with. Tons of upgrades and parallel progression systems to really sink your teeth into. But, it still gets kind of dry after a while, you know. I love Arcanum. I think it's one of the best incremental games ever built, but there is definitely a feeling of like, oh god, I'm just watching number go up forever. I can never get into like idle loops or antimatter dimensions, whereas the ones that are a little bit more arcadey feel so much more interesting to me in comparison. You know, I never did actually buy the extra time for day. Oh well, it's fine. Anyway, I guess I might as well, oops, clock's ticking. Might as well say at this point that the Piñata Go Boom demo is available on Steam. It's not part of the Next Fest from what I can tell. The demo is just put up kind of in the middle of it, unless it was just, late to the party, who knows. Genuinely worth a look if you like incremental games. I'm gonna say it's very much Dixium tier, which is good. Like, I liked Dixium a lot, and it was good for like a couple hours of gameplay. Let's see. But, you know, maybe not the most memorable or the most, like, can invest hours of time into this game. And maybe that's okay. Maybe it's one of those where, like, you know, incremental game doesn't last that long. Caps out much faster. Yeah, we don't have anything else. There's no more further upgrades unless there's something past Will-O-Wisp, and I'm not betting on it. It does seem like they've given themselves a lot of space here. I think my main thing is I wish I had like a currency that I could slot into each and every one of these upgrades. you know, this resource potentially, instead of using it to unlock like the Scarlet Graveyard or anything like that, every single one of these perks should be able to go above capacity or something like that, and you can take the perk point back. So it's like increase the number of toys dropped by Pinata by 1, put a prestige point in it, increases it to 2. You know, for this one, it maybe reduces the swing time even further. Instead of 0.1 seconds, maybe it's 0.2. This one maybe boosts the damage, or 2 Pinatas of the same type. You know, just have a bunch of these like little limit breaks that you could do and just insert in, because then you wouldn't have to worry too much about like having more talent tree. It's just a matter of like, oh, do you want to break the limit on this thing? So initially, like, you put the perk point into this, it's 5 extra damage, but then you unlock this talent, you take it out and put it over here. This is an additional 10 damage, and then you keep going. Or you get, like, more momentum. Every room cleared increases movement speed by 2% every day. And, I mean, you could even do sky's the limit break twice. You know, what happens if you put 2 points in? Well, it's a 3% movement speed bonus. I recognize that this would result in some, like, insane busted nonsense, but I think it would make for a more interesting experience long term, because then I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to invest hard into Toy Collector. This is great for farming. Somebody else is like, hey, it's actually better to go for like, well, maybe not heavy drop, or, you know, really lean into Threshold Well for a ton of money every time you go through a room. Or, hey, if you just put a bunch of limit break points into overtime, you never have a time limit. Again, busted nonsense, but I think it would make for a satisfying experience of like playing around with different builds and seeing what you can spend those limit breaks on. Again, though, this is just a my preference thing. Developers don't need to do that at all. I just love to see one dev try it someday, because I feel like it could go some fascinating places. Anyway, I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. And of course, if Piñata Go Boom appeals to you in any way, shape, or form, please add it to your wish list, as it helps the developers immensely, both in ranking in stuff like the Next Fest, other demo pages, and also just leading up to release. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.